Welcome, beautiful soul. There is something sacred about the moment you begin to feel your heart soften again after seasons of stillness. The angels have watched you sit in silence, unsure if the world still holds something bright for you. They've seen the weight on your shoulders, the weariness that comes after giving so much of yourself to people, dreams, and situations that did not pour back into you. But heaven has not forgotten the light that lives within you. Angel says, their youthful spirit is God's way of reminding you to live again. There will come a person whose laughter feels like sunrise, whose presence fills the air with warmth, whose energy feels fresh and alive. They may seem younger in years, or simply younger in spirit, but the truth is, their soul carries a spark meant to reawaken something inside you. God is not sending them to replace what was lost, but to remind you that joy was never meant to fade. You've spent so long being strong that you forgot how to be lighthearted. This soul will help you remember. Their eyes will carry the kind of wonder you used to have. They'll find excitement in small things, beauty in ordinary days, and they'll invite you into that same simplicity. When they laugh, something inside you will stir, a memory of how it once felt to live without fear of tomorrow. You'll realize that God did not design life to be endured. He designed it to be lived, to be danced with, to be celebrated. The angels say this connection is not about age or logic. It's about vibration. It's about two spirits meeting where healing can happen naturally. You may find yourself feeling alive in ways that surprise you. You may smile for no reason or feel a sudden urge to take walks, to listen to music, to dream again. These are not coincidences. This is the divine energy of renewal moving through you. For too long, you have carried responsibilities that made you forget your own rhythm. You've been the one who held everything together: family, work, emotions, faith. You've been strong, but heaven says now it's time to be free. Their youthful spirit is the vessel God uses to pour color back into your world. It's not about dependence. It's about divine inspiration. Their presence will awaken the child within you who still believes in miracles. Angel says, when you meet this soul, you may feel confused at first. You might question why your heart feels drawn to someone whose spirit dances so differently from yours. But this is not a mistake. This is God's perfect timing. Every difference you notice will be a doorway to rediscovery. Their optimism will challenge your caution. Their spontaneity will soften your plans. Their laughter will dissolve your walls. Through them, you'll remember that it's safe to let life surprise you again. There is something sacred about the way God restores joy. He never does it through chaos. He does it through connection. You've prayed for peace and heaven heard you. Peace, however, doesn't always come as stillness. It often comes as life. And life, in its truest form, vibrates with color and movement. This is why the angels whisper, don't fear the new energy entering your world. It's not immaturity. It's medicine. You've seen enough of the world to know how easily hearts grow weary. But God, in His grace, pairs weary souls with joyful ones, not to mock the pain, but to remind the spirit that love is still beautiful. This person's energy will make you feel like spring after a long winter. You'll want to open windows, breathe deeper, laugh louder. It won't be about romance alone. It will be about resurrection. The resurrection of your enthusiasm, your passion, your hope. Angel says, this person carries an assignment to help you taste life again. Not to fix you, because you were never broken, but to awaken you to the divine truth that you are still meant to experience happiness. Heaven didn't design your story to end in endurance. It was meant to blossom in joy. When they speak, listen beyond their words. Hear the purity of their spirit. You'll sense innocence in their outlook, a kind of trust in life that you may have lost. Don't dismiss it as naivety. Recognize it as faith. God often uses youthful souls to remind us that faith is not complicated. It's childlike trust in His timing. There's a reason your paths will cross. It's divine orchestration. Heaven saw your tiredness, your quiet prayers whispered at night, the way you tried to convince yourself that you're content when deep down you longed for something that makes your heart race again. That longing wasn't weakness, it was prophecy. You were meant to live, to feel alive, to create again, to love again. Angel says, you are entering a season of renewal. And this renewal doesn't come through grand achievements. It comes through gentle connection. It's found in shared laughter, in spontaneous adventures, in small reminders that joy is holy. When you start feeling guilty for smiling too wide or for enjoying yourself too much, remember this: heaven rejoices when you rejoice. God doesn't reward suffering. He redeems it. The person sent to your life won't just bring excitement, they'll bring reflection. You'll see yourself through their eyes and realize how beautiful your resilience has always been. They'll remind you of your worth without trying to. The way they look at you, the way they celebrate your smallest victories, will reignite your belief that you are still capable of new beginnings. You might try to resist. You might tell yourself that it's too soon, too unexpected, too different. But Angel says don't resist what heaven designed to heal you. This connection isn't about rushing, it's about restoring. It's about learning to breathe deeply again, without fear that joy will be taken away. There's something divine about this timing. You didn't stumble upon them by accident. You were led. The universe rearranged moments, decisions, and coincidences to align your paths. Every delay before now was necessary to prepare your heart for this. You've been tempered by wisdom, and they carry the spark of wonder. Together, you balance heaven's equation of love and growth. Angel says, your story needed this contrast, the calmness you built and the energy they bring. When peace meets passion, creation happens. You'll start dreaming again, planning again, believing again. You'll feel God in the laughter, in the way time slows down when you're together, in the way you suddenly appreciate life's smallest gifts. There is something miraculous about how God uses human connection to restore divine purpose. This person's youthfulness is not a reminder of your past. It's a revelation of your present. It's heaven saying, you are still here and you still matter. Their joy will be contagious, but what truly heals you is their sincerity. They'll love you with eyes that see your scars and still find beauty. Angel says, your soul was never meant to grow old. It was meant to grow wise. Wisdom and wonder are not opposites. They are partners. You've already mastered wisdom through experience. Now God sends you wonder through this new connection. When you blend the two, you live fully, anchored yet free, grounded yet curious. The angels whisper that you don't need to question this blessing. The world may not understand it, and that's okay. Heaven doesn't need permission to perform miracles. When joy re-enters your life, don't apologize for it. You've earned it through tears, patience, and faith. Angel says, you will notice divine signs confirming this connection. Repeating numbers, songs that speak your heart, dreams that bring peace, sudden memories of things you thought you forgot. Pay attention. Heaven communicates through subtleties. The feeling you get around them, light, calm, alive, is God's language of affirmation. You may think they are the one learning from you, but truthfully, you are learning too. You are learning to loosen your grip on perfection, to let laughter replace control, to allow joy to be spontaneous again. God uses them not to teach you youth, but to remind you of spirit, the spirit that dances within all creation, the one that never ages. And as days pass, you'll begin to notice a shift in yourself. Your prayers will sound lighter, your mornings brighter. You'll rediscover hobbies, passions, maybe even start something new. That's what divine energy does. It multiplies. When you allow this joy in, your world expands. You stop merely existing and begin truly living. The angels are proud of how far you've come. You didn't let heartbreak harden you. You let it teach you. And because of that, you are now open to a blessing that feels both unexpected and perfectly timed. Heaven celebrates you. Remember, this isn't just about romance. It's about resurrection. The resurrection of hope, laughter, curiosity, and divine playfulness. God is saying, my child, I want you to feel alive again. And He's using someone whose youthful light mirrors the very energy you once carried before life got heavy. Their youthful spirit is God's whisper, not shouting for you to change, but gently inviting you to breathe again. You'll know it's divine when you feel peace instead of pressure, calm instead of confusion, warmth instead of worry. That is how heaven speaks, through peace. You are being guided into a season where your laughter will heal more than your tears ever did. The angels say the world still needs your light, but first you must remember how to shine. This person helps you remember. They'll remind you that you can be serious about your purpose without being serious all the time. Their presence will blur the lines between prayer and play, between gratitude and joy, between heaven and earth. You'll begin to realize that living fully is an act of worship. Every smile becomes a song, every shared moment a prayer of thanks. Angel says, don't fear the changes this brings. You're not regressing, you're returning to the pure, unguarded part of yourself. There will come a moment when you realize that what this person brings into your life isn't disruption, it's rhythm. The rhythm of joy that your heart once moved with before the world asked you to be still. They are not a storm meant to test your patience. They are the gentle rain that makes things grow again. Through them, heaven whispers that it's safe to bloom. You don't have to guard your heart as if joy is a thief. Sometimes joy knocks softly and waits for you to answer. Angel says, the spirit that surrounds them carries divine purpose. Their laughter isn't careless, it's healing. Their curiosity isn't distraction, it's a doorway. Every time you see them marvel at something simple, a sunrise, a song, a random kindness, you'll feel a spark inside you awaken. It's that part of you that used to stop and notice how the wind feels on your skin or how beautiful the sky looks after rain. Life tried to make you forget those details, but this connection is heaven's reminder that wonder is holy too. You might find yourself smiling at their energy, shaking your head at their optimism, wondering how someone can hold so much faith in such a complicated world. But look closer, beloved soul. That's what drew God to send them to you. Their faith is not ignorance. It's innocence preserved. It's what happens when a heart trusts that good things can still happen even after disappointment. Their youthful energy is not immaturity. It's courage disguised as joy. Angel says, allow yourself to learn again. Let them teach you how to be present. Watch how they forgive quickly, how they return to laughter easily, how they refuse to let yesterday ruin today. That's the wisdom of the childlike spirit God wants to restore in you. You've carried the weight of tomorrow for too long. This person will show you the freedom of now. When you stand beside them, you'll feel time slow down. And that is heaven's way of showing you what peace in motion feels like. Perhaps you've forgotten what spontaneous feels like, the unplanned road trips, the laughter that comes from nowhere, the quiet moments when you catch someone simply being happy to exist near you. The angels say you'll find those again. Through this connection, you'll remember how to live without waiting for permission. You'll begin to understand that responsibility and joy are not enemies. They are partners in balance. Sometimes you'll notice that they approach life with boldness. They'll take risks, chase dreams, believe in possibilities that seem unrealistic. Part of you might want to caution them, to slow them down. But pause before you do. Ask yourself if perhaps God is using their courage to stir your own. You've been safe for too long. Safe in comfort, safe in control, safe in the known. But growth rarely hides in safety. Heaven uses the brave to awaken the careful. Angel says, don't underestimate what this person carries spiritually. Beneath their laughter is light, and beneath their light is purpose. They were not sent to entertain you. They were sent to elevate you. Each conversation will feel like a breeze that clears old dust from forgotten corners of your soul. Their questions will make you reflect, their stories will make you soften, and their presence will make you believe again. There will be days when you'll feel emotional after spending time with them and not know why. That's because healing often feels like remembering. They're stirring parts of you that were asleep. Your creativity, your hope, your excitement for what's next. Heaven designed this connection as a gentle awakening, not an earthquake. It's subtle, soft, yet undeniably powerful. The angels say this bond is divine reciprocity. You bring them wisdom. They bring you wonder. You offer them grounding. They offer you freedom. Together, you become what heaven calls balance. That's why the connection feels peaceful even in its intensity. It's heaven's mathematics working perfectly. No forcing, no chasing, just flowing, and yet you might worry. You might ask yourself if it's right to let joy feel this easy. After all, the world taught you that blessings come with struggle, but Angel says not this one. This blessing comes to show you that love can also be gentle. That grace can arrive quietly, without drama, without resistance. God is showing you that it's safe to receive goodness without having to earn it through pain. Their youthful spirit will sometimes confuse your logic. They'll see possibility where you see risk, fun where you see danger. But that's what divine partnerships do. They challenge perception. Don't be too quick to correct them. Instead, observe the purity of their vision. They still see the world as redeemable. They still believe that kindness matters, that small things make a difference. Let that belief rub off on you. Angel says you are being reintroduced to joy as an act of faith. Every laugh you share, every story you exchange, every adventure you take together, it's all part of heaven's curriculum on how to live again. You're not regressing, you're rediscovering. And rediscovery is the sacred art of remembering who you were before fear took over. At first, you might feel unprepared for the emotions this connection brings. You may not even know how to explain it. You just feel lighter, calmer, more alive. That's how divine energy feels. It doesn't need labels. It just transforms. The angels say, don't analyze this too much. Experience it. Let it move through you. Let it change your rhythm naturally. You'll start noticing synchronicities, random songs that echo your thoughts, dreams that feel real, words they say that match your silent prayers. Those are heaven's confirmations. This connection isn't random. It's orchestrated. You were both walking toward each other long before you met. Your souls recognized each other before your minds could make sense of it. Angel says, this is your reminder that God still answers prayers through people. Sometimes, instead of sending you what you asked for directly, He sends someone who embodies it. You prayed for joy, He sent someone joyful. You prayed for peace, He sent someone with laughter that heals. You prayed to feel alive again, and He sent a soul-carrying light. Through them, you'll begin to soften. The edges that pain created will start to round. You'll find yourself speaking gently again, loving easily again, trusting quietly again. That's the miracle, healing disguised as connection. Heaven is not only mending your heart, it's teaching it a new language, joy without fear. You might think they need your guidance, and in some ways they do. But they're also guiding you to simplicity, to play, to passion, to purpose wrapped in fun. Their faith in life will test your patience sometimes, but remember, patience grows love. And their spontaneity will pull you out of your comfort zone, but that's where miracles dwell. Angel says, don't worry about how long this connection lasts. Some souls are sent for a season, others for a lifetime. The measure isn't duration, it's transformation. Even if this soul only walks beside you for a while, they'll leave an imprint that eternity will remember. They'll awaken something sacred that no time can erase. If you find yourself scared of losing this joy, bring that fear to God. Tell Him, Lord, thank you for the reminder to live again. Help me to receive it fully, because heaven doesn't tease, it teaches. God won't show you joy just to snatch it away. He shows it so you remember that it's yours to keep, with or without anyone else. You'll start to notice how different your prayers feel in this season. You won't be asking for survival anymore. You'll be thanking for abundance. You won't pray to escape. You'll pray to expand. And that's when heaven smiles, because it means you've shifted from endurance to enjoyment, from fear to faith. The angels are saying that this person's youthful energy will unlock your creative flow. If you once wrote, you'll write again. If you once dreamed, you'll dream bigger. If you once loved deeply, you'll love freely. That's the mark of divine influence. It multiplies what's dormant within you. You'll find yourself inspired by their outlook, motivated by their spirit, renewed by their simplicity. Angel says, don't mistake excitement for recklessness. The joy you feel is not foolish, it's faith in motion. Heaven is giving you permission to live without apology. There's holiness in laughter, sacredness in curiosity, divinity in delight. When you let those energies back in, you align with the creative heart of God Himself. So when you feel the urge to dance, dance. When you feel like saying yes to something new, say it. When you feel drawn to embrace spontaneity, embrace it. These are not impulses. They are invitations from heaven. Every joyful act becomes worship when done with gratitude. Your angels want you to know that this connection is a bridge between who you were and who you're becoming. It's proof that God didn't forget your youthful dreams. They were simply waiting for the right moment to be revived. You're not starting over. You're continuing, but lighter. In this space, you'll begin to forgive yourself for the years you spent being too careful. You'll realize that your seriousness was love in disguise, love for others, for security, for peace. But now, heaven says, let that love include yourself too. Love yourself enough to laugh again, to risk joy, to believe in beginnings. Angel says, every time you laugh freely, heaven rejoices. Every time you choose joy over fear, light expands around you. That's how powerful this energy is. It ripples into eternity. And the one bringing it into your life may never know how deeply they're being used by God, but heaven knows. You'll feel gratitude every time their spirit reminds you that life is still worth celebrating. The angels want to remind you that joy doesn't erase pain, it transforms it. It takes what once felt heavy and turns it into wisdom. You'll notice, as days pass, that the joy this person brings doesn't fade the way ordinary excitement does. It settles into you like sunlight that lingers even after sunset. You start catching yourself humming while you cook, smiling at strangers, thanking God for mornings that used to feel routine. Heaven planned it this way. Renewal not as a thunderclap, but as a steady dawn. Angel says, there's something holy about allowing yourself to feel alive without needing a reason. The world told you that maturity means restraint, but heaven says maturity means presence. To be fully awake to what God is doing now. This soul is your gentle teacher in that art. They live in the present like it's sacred ground, and by walking beside them, you begin to sense that every ordinary moment hides a miracle. You'll catch glimpses of how God delights in your laughter. You'll feel it when they tease you playfully, when you share a meal and time seems to disappear. These are not coincidences. They are small rehearsals for eternity where joy never ends. Every laugh is a prayer. Every spark of connection is proof that life still answers you with kindness. Angel says, remember the balance. Their youth teaches you to loosen, but your wisdom teaches them to grow. You're not losing yourself. You're expanding. The discipline you've built now meets their spontaneity, and the two dance beautifully. Heaven loves equilibrium. Serious hearts that learn to play. Playful hearts that learn to listen. Together you model what divine harmony looks like. When doubt whispers, asking if this joy can last, silence it with gratitude. Gratitude anchors blessings. The moment you thank God for what He's doing, you seal the miracle in your spirit. Say, Lord, thank you for this light, for this reminder that life is still beautiful. Each thank you builds an altar of peace inside you. There may be voices around you that question what they cannot understand. They'll see the age, the difference, the energy, and assume imbalance. But heaven's mathematics isn't measured by calendars. It's measured by calling. You'll know the truth because of peace. The deep, quiet knowing that this connection brings more healing than confusion. Protect that peace. It's the evidence of God's hand. Angel says, when you look at them, you're not looking backward. You're looking at resurrection. The part of you that once dimmed now burns again. That's not regression. It's redemption. You are witnessing the verse come alive. He restores my soul. Restoration always arrives clothed in surprise. Soon you'll notice how the world itself seems to echo this new rhythm. Colors look brighter, time feels softer, even the air around you carries gratitude. That's what happens when your spirit aligns with divine joy. The whole creation responds. Birds sing louder. Days move gentler. Heaven and earth meet in your heart. There will be evenings when you sit quietly, remembering where you've been, and tears will mix with smiles. Those are holy tears, the kind that wash away the residue of old pain. Let them fall. The angels call that release liquid praise. It's the soul's way of saying, I made it. I'm alive again, Angel says. Do not rush this story. God is an artist and He paints with patience. Every encounter, every laugh, every shared silence is a brushstroke in your renewal. You are not behind schedule. You are unfolding perfectly. As this journey deepens, your prayers will sound different. You'll pray less out of need and more out of awe. You'll whisper, God, you're incredible. when you see how seamlessly he weaves people into healing instruments. That's the mark of transformation, when prayer becomes wonder. Their youthful spirit will keep challenging you to trust life again. Some days, they'll convince you to step out, to explore, to try something that feels silly. Say yes. Heaven hides blessings in the unfamiliar. You'll find revelation not only in scripture, but also in laughter, in shared stories, in new experiences. God speaks fluently through joy. Angel says, this is what living looks like when fear no longer leads. You start walking lighter, giving freely, loving without rehearsing the exit. That's freedom. The kind Christ promised when he said you would have life and have it abundantly. Abundance isn't always wealth. Sometimes it's the ability to wake up excited again. You'll begin to see that this person's youthfulness was never about years. It was about spirit. Spirit doesn't age. It expands. Their freshness reminds you that heaven never runs out of beginnings. Even at the sunset of one chapter, God writes sunrise into your soul. If ever you worry that the spark will fade, remember, divine joy doesn't depend on circumstance. The one God sent to awaken you is a mirror. What they awaken in you was already there. When they laugh, it echoes your own inner child saying, "See, we're still here." Angel says your future will now bloom differently. You'll attract people, opportunities, and places that match this renewed frequency. Light calls to light. Peace attracts peace. The more you honor the life returning to you, the more heaven entrusts you with joy. There will be days of quiet reflection when you thank God for the detours that once frustrated you. You'll see how every waiting season prepared you to recognize this gift without fear. Gratitude will replace regret, and contentment will become your language. Heaven celebrates every time you choose to live fully. Every smile you share is ministry. Every peaceful breath is testimony. The angels record it as worship because it glorifies the one who gave you life in the first place. Angel says, the story doesn't end here. It unfolds into daily miracles. As you walk forward, carry the lesson this connection brought. Life is sacred, laughter is healing, and joy is holy. You were never meant to survive quietly. You were meant to thrive boldly. And now, beloved listener, as you breathe in this message, remember, your journey is not over. It's beginning again with color, with courage, with divine curiosity. The youthful spirit you've met was heaven's reminder, but the life that follows is yours to live. Wake up every morning expecting goodness, speak gratitude into the air, and watch how heaven echoes back. If these words touched your heart, if they reminded you that your story still holds light, then let this moment be your agreement with heaven. Like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe so you never miss another whisper from the angels. Your presence here matters. Your joy is your ministry. And remember always, heaven rejoices every time you choose to live again.